If you've been in Google Local or dealing with Google Maps and Google Maps listings for any length of time, you know that they have changed their branding and the terms they use to refer to different things quite a few times. And originally it was just Google Maps, and then at some point for a while it was Google Places, and then when Google Plus came along, they were Google Plus Local Pages, and currently what they are calling their local listing program, the way you get your business on Google Maps, is Google My Business. That's what they call their sort of local listing program. And in this video, I want to talk to you about Google My Business and also how Google is displaying your business pages, location pages, and I'll talk a little bit about the difference between that and brand pages and kind of where those things are showing up right now on Google Maps and in Google's other properties. So you can see here, this is the Google My Business login page. If you have not set up a listing before, then you're going to want to click on Start Now and actually start setting up a listing. I'm going to log in and show you how my business appears. I'm just going to pause the video and log in and show you what I see when I log into my Google My Business dashboard. I've logged in, and what you see here is my local listing and the information about it. It has an address, it's been verified, and it appears on Google Maps. So this is what I would call a local listing or a location page. Now here I've gone to the information about this page and scrolled down to show where this local page is appearing. It's appearing in Google Search, it's appearing in Google Maps, and it's appearing on Google+. And I'm going to open each one and show you how they appear. In Search, you can see my business appears with a knowledge panel on the right-hand side. There are results over here as well for just organic listing results, but this knowledge panel is the business information that actually comes from that My Business dashboard where I did all that, where I entered all that information and verified it and all that, and here's where that information appears. In Google Maps, you can see that it's basically a typical Google Maps local listing with my hours of operation, phone number, website, location, all that. I am a service area business because I work out of my home, so it doesn't have my address visible there, but it does show my location at least. You can see photos, all that kind of stuff. It's your typical listing. And then we have how it appears on Google+. And I think things start to get kind of interesting here because this really is difficult to distinguish from an actual brand page. And if I click on the About up here, it actually doesn't show an address or anything local really about this. It just shows an introduction with like a little blurb I wrote and my photos. And that's it. So on Google Plus, even though it's a local listing, it's really kind of appearing as a brand page. It's almost as if those two things are the same, kind of combined. On Maps and in Google Search, it shows as local. In Google Plus, it essentially just kind of shows as a brand page. I do want to show you real quick the way you can edit this, because this introduction that I see here actually can't be edited through the Google My Business dashboard. If I want to make edits to that introduction information there, I need to click on my account in the upper right, and then I can go down and see this brand account. It's still surprisingly several more clicks. I get to the brand account, I click on Edit My Profile, and then I click on Manage Page, and finally it takes me to a page where it says Control what people see about you, and I can actually make some changes here. And if I scroll down here, you can see that there's my introduction that I wrote, and then for the other business info, it says manage that in Google My Business. So it's really just a few little pieces of information that are kind of tossed over into Google Plus. That's where you can kind of edit that little piece of introduction that shows for you in Google Plus. The rest of the information is showing back in your Google My Business dashboard. I'm back here in the My Business dashboard because I want to show you about what I would call brand pages that are separate from these location or local pages. And the way you can get to that, in the upper left, you can click on All Locations. I can view all my locations here. Now I only have this one, but if I had multiple locations, then I would also have the opportunity to create a brand page. And brand pages don't appear on maps. So I'm looking at my location page, and if I had multiple locations, it would show them here, all these different locations that appear on maps. But then I would also have an extra page, and it would show up here as brand pages. There'd be an extra tab up here for brand pages. And there I could have a page, an individual page that's for like top brand level business communication with consumers or customers or marketing or whatever, that's not associated with a specific location, but instead is like the top level brand for multiple locations. This is an example of a brand page. It's Starbucks Coffee. Obviously, they have many, many locations, but this page does not have any, is not associated with any specific location. It's just the sort of brand messaging page on Google Plus for Starbucks Coffee as a whole. So that's separate from local pages, and if you don't have multiple locations, then that brand page as it appears on Google Plus is actually really your your local page, your location page, but it's just a subset of that information that's showing on Google Plus, and the two can be sort of managed together. But if you have multiple locations, then you'd have this brand page that's separate from that. So it can be pretty confusing, but that's kind of how the two things relate to one another. So these are all the places that Google is showing your business, whether you have one location or multiple locations. Hopefully that kind of clears up and helps you understand where your business information is appearing on Google's properties.